All right, I'm gonna do a quick 2-tether climbing video. Make sure I'm running. This is particularly limby tree, but I'll try to show how I do it. And it's a pretty good sized tree as well, wider than the shoulders. So I got my top tether up there, and I got a foot tether with a foot loop. Yeah, I'm also bringing rappel up with me. This one's actually let this guy down just a tad. I'm already sitting in it, as you can see. Go ahead and put that all the way up. I put my one leg right there while I put my other one in here. And then I grab hold of this tether and up top here, and I step up like that. Now I got a bunch of slack on this first move, so I'll go ahead and put it up as high as I can get it. See, how as I can get it. But you see I got the slack. I don't want that, because when I sit down, I'm gonna lose a little bit of height. So I take this and I run it up. And get the slack out of it. And then I'll sit back in it. Then on a bigger tree, or any tree, I'm gonna pull slack out of here, and then I'm gonna work it up the tree. And then I'm gonna pull the slack out, push myself off, put my foot in, do the same thing. Grab, stand, do it again. Lift it up. Now right here, I can pull some extra slack out of my top tether so I can get a little bit higher. So I get that a little bit higher, still standing here. In case you're wondering, I'm just standing on my bottom foot. Pretty stable, you know. I'll put this other foot here just to stabilize me. I'm not wrapping. I just kind of put it on the side there. So I got slack. Go ahead and pull the slack out again. Sit. Got a little twist in my bridge. Sit off of it. Sorry, not the best camera angle with this thing. Go ahead and flip it up as high as you can. The way mine's set up, I end up usually taking all the way slack to the top. It both holds it in place, and it gives me that perfect length each time to put my foot back in. Same thing. Now, if you're someone worried about slack, you can stand up and take up the slack as you go. But the next step would be taking slack out so you can move it up. So I've stopped doing that. So again, I'll grab hold of both of these, pull myself up, push it up. Pulled it all the way up. I got some slack in it. Take it right here, take the slack out. You see, I am kind of hooking my heel right here as I'm pushing this out, taking the slack out. So I'm sitting here again, but you can see I'm at a limb, okay? What I'll do here is take my bottom tether all the way off. I take my guard off. I connect it to my top tether, okay? Like that right here. Now, just loop that on me. And you'll see, I actually have. So I'll just grab this, stand up. You see I got one limb here, one limb here. Everyone's like, oh, it's so hard to get around. Well, I'm taking that bottom tether, flipping it over. All right. So I flipped it. This is my foot tether now. It's my bottom one. So now it's on top. You can see right here. And I always keep an extra carabiner So I'm just gonna hook on my bridge. I'm still connected. Hook on my bridge, pull it up, if you can see, and hook it in. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm hooked in here and right there. So once I'm hooked in here, I'll take some slack out and weight it. Okay, I'm good. Then I can go ahead and take this other one off. Okay, now I'm on what was my bottom tether. So at that point, really what I'll do here is a little leapfrog. I'll take that guard off again, do the same exact thing. I'll put it on the other tether. Take what was my top tether. I guess I'll still refer to it as my top tether. Just clip it on my side. Push up. Stand in this joker right here. Stand. I will take, see this? I don't want too much slack. I'll push that up, take some slack out of it. I'm to another limb here. But y'all get the point, I think, at this point. Get my tether. Swing around the back side. Go up and over whatever limb. Is what I'm doing right now. And I'm contact with the tree, but I'm still just standing on this 1 foot, and I'm stabilizing myself here, and then I'm holding myself to the tree while I'm working. So everything I do is kind of 3 points, trying to maintain at least. So go ahead and move that one up a good bit. If you know you're going to be climbing some larger trees, it might be worth to go ahead and make your tethers a little bit longer, because you'll just have more to work with. These do most everything I want them to do as far as size trees go. So I just went over this limb right here, put my tether up. Again, I'm standing and hooked into this bottom tether. Hooked in and standing. So you can see right there. So now that I'm sitting on my top one, I'll go ahead and clip out of here. I need to get down because I'm getting wet from this rain. So yeah, from here, if I got more limbs, I'll keep leapfrogging, but you can just continue to two tether. But I'll show you again since we're leapfrogging around these trees. So I just again put my guard on my top tether, take this bottom one off, clip it on my side. I push off the tree with this right foot. I don't know if you can see that. Push off with my right foot, same as one sticking, and I just whoop, put that 8er right on. And then watch me as I do this. I'm gonna push this up all the way to the top. Boop. Just like that. And then take that connection. Got my other tether. See, I got a couple limbs right here. If you're good with throwing it, I'm not always, but I'll throw it around there and try to get over as many limbs as I can on a given time. So I don't know if you can see that, but I went around those two as well as that one right there. So people that say that it's you know, well, you can't go around limbs and stuff, you can. It's just a different process. It's really all it is. So again, clipping into the top, unclipping from the bottom, sitting in it, take it undone. And I'm pretty high right now, actually, probably about 20 foot. I'm not gonna go any higher because I'm I'll rappel down from right here. If I'm climbing a limby tree with a lot of limbs, I don't know if that's a word, I always rappel, and I always keep that with me. The way I work it is I always have 50 foot. I'll climb about 20 to 25 foot. I put one side, I grab it middle ways, and I'll put, let's see, I might not be 20 feet, I ain't but about 18 right now. No, I'm about 20. I'll put one on my bag and one on my bow. And that's just the process I've come to this year, and the process that I know and trust. So, you know, it's always good to stick with what you know or whatever. All right, so I'll usually be standing on a platform while I'm hooking up my rappel gear, but I'll keep the video running just for the sake of it. Maybe I'll clip it into two. I got my rope here. This one I'm just gonna throw over this limb. That way I can rappel down and just pull it down. I don't have to worry about another rope. That's another reason why I like the 50 foot, because I can tie an alpine in this rope and just use one side to pull it down. And if I'm hunting 20 to 25 foot, I can always get it down. So there's so many uses with this Garda. If I went down, I could use it as my foot loop coming back up. In this scenario, it would be nice to be able to, you know, hook in. So I can put it on my tether and take the weight off, or I can just put it on itself, take the weight off. But since I don't have my hitch, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stand into it. Standing, I'm going to use the same carabiner. No, I'm not. I'll use another one, so the safety police don't get me. I always carry a couple carabiners on me. So many different uses. So now I'm clipped in to my figure 8, but I'm still tethered in. I'm gonna pull all this slack out. Once I got the slack out and I'm holding it, I'll unclip. Go ahead and take this tether off while I'm standing on the bottom one. All right, now I'm sitting back in it. It's closed. Take my foot off. I'm gonna weights on my figure 8. That's why I'm holding it here. Go ahead and come down. That's how I climb big and limby trees. 2 tether style, baby. Same thing here. Just pull her down. Like I said, this is how I work it every time, so I'll just grab the 2 ends here, figure 8 them in my pocket on my bag, fits it so I don't tie it up or anything. Take it like that right there, fold it in half, just stuff it in my bag. And then I don't even fool with cleaning this up, I just grab these two tethers together and just stuff all that in my bag. That's it.